back pocket, kicking up toward the wing area where it's over the back, Salmon, but the man taking the mark is Alan Atkinson. Atkinson half forward flank on the members side with Collingwood kicking to the Wellington Road end of Veerfell Park, looking for Jenkins. Jenkins spoiling. It's been picked up. It could have been a holding the ball decision. The crowd appealed for it. Taken by Jenkins, now kicks in toward the goal. Big Bob Hurt is there for Collingwood. Can't get to this one. It's bouncing toward the goals. It's close. Bissett gets there. A goal! A goal kicked by Georgie Bissett, but he went straight to the goal post in doing it. And Collingwood now have gone to the front by 1 point after that goal by Bissett. But Bissett not looking the best. He ran straight into the goal post after kicking it. Georgie Bissett hoping or being helped up now by the trainers. Bissett not too well. Collingwood with one reserve left. That he be Greg Beck. But Bissett may be all right. The scoreboard you can see showing Collingwood in front by 1 point at the 4.5-minute mark of the third quarter at Veerfell Park.
And Bissett saying, thank goodness I paid the goalpost. There he is, waving the trainer away. He's okay. Courageous play by Bissett, just getting it through and putting the Magpies 1 point up as Thompson takes it from centre bounce. We're looking at a new Collingwood in the third term as the ball's kicked high. Back to where Jenkins couldn't judge the ball here. It's been tapped along the ground, and Jenkins that's using right and using it well too as he makes room here, but it's Pennell for Carlton who comes through, kicks it high. He's up in it after he kicks, but the ball out towards Carlton's half forward flank. Mackay with an opportunity taken here by Austin. The 19th man puts it high to within 45 metres of goal. They double back on a tap down here by Clifton. An opportunity for Craig Davis. He can get round. He can't, but he gets a hand pass to Brian Walsh. He puts it up towards the square. It's offline and registers one behind. Scores tied, 6-12 apiece, 5 minutes and 20 seconds into the third term. Well, not fooling around, got kicking in very quickly and going the short pass. Crane drops an easy one. Adamson comes in here, does a hop, skip and jump, picks the ball up, gets a hand pass to where it's tapped down here towards Atkinson. He in turn went one across to his teammates and Wearmouth. Badly directed, they could pay the penalty as Armstrong drives Carlton forward, picked up on the half volley here and kicked by O'Callaghan, comes towards Nichols. The bounce beats him. A bit of shepherding going on to allow Ronnie Wearmouth to get through. The bounce comes to him. That's a good tackle there by Walsh. Walsh put Wearmouth under pressure, but he gets it to Wayne Richardson. Onto the right foot he goes. Torpedo punt kick up towards Atkinson on centre wing position. Big Peter Jones lumbers and comes in, tries to stop him, and Roswell too used weight. The ball hand passed across there towards Jenkins. He turns round, gets the left foot to it, goes for the short pass. Southbury's there, can't gather it in. White goes for the bounce, knocks it clear. Bissett's there, Rayborn's there, Croswell's there, and Croswell takes it away. Onto the left foot, steadies down play. A beautiful pass is accepted by Barry Armstrong.
There's Armstrong's kick, a high one toward Dixon. Salmon with a opportunity to spoil, went for the mark from the back and has been awarded. Rather risky piece of football by Salmon. Salmon now driving with a torpedo punt kick toward Jenkins. The kick travelling downfield and Peter Jones taking the mark for Carlton at centre half back. 48 points on the board. Each side, Collingwood and Carlton on 48. The hand pass from Jones, not a good one. Rather dangerous football, but Bob Hurt hasn't got the mobility, been pushed aside on that occasion. But it's Oborn on the scene. He's balks and Dummies got a hand pass. Now it's a little foot pass. Robert Dean going goal with a long kick. That's Bissett in the goal square. Bissett can't take it. That's Bissett being helped to the ground. Play on's a call, and the relieving kick will come from Croswell. Upfield now, Carlton going forward. The ball taken and driven up by Walsh. Up to centre wing, a chance for Dool. Dool on half forward flank. There's a lead from Nichols. Dool to Nichols. Nichols getting out in front of Gott. And Nichols taking the mark. Back to Dool it goes. Dool caught. Tackled by Gott. Gott takes the ball away. His hand pass isn't good. Taken by Salmon. Salmon on the right foot. Gets back now. His kick a small one. Wayne Richardson can't get to it. Gary Crane's there for Carlton. And Crane has taken the mark.
Fast, furious football on Carlton's half-forward flank. Gary Crane from that position, boot the ball, torpedo, punt kick to within 35 metres. Out comes Mackay, and a simple chest mark to that player. David Mackay, 40 metres out from goal, 45-degree angle, doesn't favour the right foot, but certainly some chance of scoring. Carlton on 6-12. At quarter won't worry about the half-time score as Mackay kicks awkwardly, but it's not bad. It's 4 points as he puts through his second goal, and Carlton now back in business. They've gone to a 1-goal lead. 7-12. Carlton plays Collingwood on 6-12-48.
I don't know what Coach Neil Mann can do with Peter McKenna. He's only touched the ball once, that being in this quarter when he went for that mark and he spilled it. McKenna hasn't been a very good forward at all, but believe you me, he's on a real champion in Southbend. We all know that, and we're seeing Southbend his best today, keeping McKenna kickless. It's at the centre bounce once again with umpire Ian Robinson. The bounce about to take place at the 8.5-minute mark of the third quarter, where Thompson and Jones once again clash at the centre bounce, taken away by Barry Price. Price going forward. The long kick's over the head of McKenna. Can he get back to it? Yes, McKenna! I just mentioned him goal of the game. This is his first kick. He's taking this kick 8 minutes and 40 seconds into the third quarter, and Collingwood are down by 6 points. If McKenna kicks accurately, the scores will be level once again. It's Peter McKenna coming in. It's swinging back now from the boot of Peter McKenna. Scores the tie 9 minutes into the third quarter. McKenna having his first kick, and naturally enough, that's his first goal.
Carlton still in good position, even though the scores are level. Slight breeze. Could get stronger as the day gets on, favouring the Channel 7 scoreboard into the ground. And as Jack's already told you, scores tied 9 minutes 20 seconds into the third term. It'll be Lynn Thompson to do the ruck work against Peter Jones, and it's been a great battle in the ruck between these two players. Kevin Hall, I notice, going across the ground now, taking his position in the diamond as Jones gets up, taps the ball down here. It's been kicked clear by Walsh out to the open territory. Out there is Austin. He's tackled well too. Gets a bit of a nudge in the back, but it's a holding the ball decision coming up, and the free kick will go Dennis O'Callaghan's way.
O'Callaghan going for the short one in the centre to Price. It'll have to be a well-directed kick because Crane come on the scene for Carlton. A chance now, and pace being used here as Wearmouth streams through from half-back. A hand pass over towards Salmon. Salmon on centre wing now, the ball bouncing trickily in front of him. Salmon picking up. He gets back to the kicking foot. The right foot hooks back in toward Jenkins at centre half forward. But big Jones has dropped in there, and he's smothering that move by Collingwood to go through Jenkins at centre half forward. His hand pass now finds Croswell. Croswell once again used the hand pass to Byrne. Byrne upfield, up toward the half forward zone. And a good mark for David Mackay. A one-handed overhead mark. A beautiful mark. Mackay driving Carlton forward. 80 at the back of the pack we see got, but Clifton went for the ball. Salmon's missed it. It's on the turf now. Here's an opportunity once again for Wearmouth. Wearmouth playing well for Collingwood, driving the ball back toward Jenkins. Jenkins coming on the scene, and Jenkins taking the mark. Jenkins should play on now. The lead is by Bissett. He hasn't seen him. Jenkins going for the big kick downfield, looking for McKenna. It's down there. Southby brushes McKenna aside and takes the easy mark.
Plays on now, looks for and finds Gary Crane on half-back flank. Crane will go back, should go for the long kick. Armstrong is on centre wing, indicating he wants it in that position. So Crane, appearing in two minds, finally decides to put it up towards centre wing. They wait for the big men to fly down there. Comes down to the ground. Umpire indicating that Mackay was hung on to, and he'll take the resultant free kick. Walls leads from centre half forward. Mackay passes, chipping in was Adamson. Couldn't judge it. It's a free kick for push in the back, and Lee Adamson will be the recipient.
He's on half-back flank. On the member side of the ground, Collingwood kicking to the Wellington Road end of VFL Park. The kick from Adamson. Trailing downfield now. It's about 10 yards in attack for Collingwood, but umpire Ian Robertson has decided he will bounce. The scoreboard showing 7-12 to each side. Collingwood and Carlton on 7-12-54. 11 and a half minutes into this, the third quarter at VFL Park. It's the second semi-final being played here. Jenkins getting into the back of Peter Jones on that occasion, and Peter Jones will take the free kick in this position, which is 15 yards in defence for Carlton. He looks for Gary Crane. The kick is toward Crane. He takes a difficult mark, looks for a lead upfield. The kick has been placed up toward the half-forward flank area where players can beat foot. No mark has been played here. Yes, it has been played. A mark has been played to Carlton's David Dixon.
Dixon, who was shifted from centre wing to half-forward flank when Keogh went off. Austin, the replacement man, went on to centre wing position, but it's Dixon from half-forward flank towards centre half-forward. A bit of the treatment there, but it doesn't worry. Brian Rolls stood his ground rather well, and it'll be Walsh from 40 metres out to shoot at goal with the scores 54 points apiece. Walsh, as I made mention earlier today, Carlton's leading goal kicker for the year. Comes in, he's kicked once so far today, puts it on its way. It's not a bad attempt. It's pretty good, in fact, that's true. So Walsh nabs his second, puts the Blues 6 points ahead as they go up to 8-12-60. Collingwood 7-12-54.
Dennis O'Callaghan not tight enough on Walsh on that occasion. He was anticipating a longer kick where he should have been anticipating the lead from Walsh, the forward pocket player who, Frank has told you, has kicked a lot of goals this season for Carlton. So O'Callaghan will have to tighten the game up in the back pocket if Collingwood are to win this match. In fact, I would say the entire Collingwood defence will have to tighten up somewhat. But it's back to the centre bounce with umpire Robinson. Jones and Nichols doing battle. Nichols hand passing out to Thompson, hand passing out to Bissett. Bissett's kick going out toward the wing area or half-back flank now for Carlton, where Croswell does a beautiful left foot pass now. It's up to Byrne. Byrne with the right foot kick upfield toward Kevin Hall. Bissett getting there a little bit too late and giving away the free kick. Georgie Bissett too small and getting on the scene too late. Kevin Hall, the man first to the ball, will take this free kick from centre wing. Kevin Hall looking upfield. Robbie Walls well tagged by Adamson. So Hall will just have to kick in the general direction of goal. He's kicked this way, coming out to meet it and getting in front. Mackay hand passes to Crane.
Carlton attacking through Gary Crane once again in the third term, up towards Davis in the forward pocket. Couldn't hang on. Robertson's coming in. He's going to play it. The Collingwood fans aren't too happy about that one, but the kick will go Craig Davis' way. Forward pocket area. Pretty severe angle for goal, but by no means impossible. He's already kicked two, so now from 25 metres out, he tries for his third torpedo punt kick. It's a beauty. It's right through the centre. It's 3 goals to Craig Davis. The Blues rattle along now to 9-12-66. 2 goals clear of Collingwood's tally of 7-12-54.
I'm just wondering, I can notice that Jeff Clifton is there on Craig Davis, who went to full forward when Jesaulenko was injured in the second quarter. Davis has been, he's played quite well through 3 goals. He's kicked 3 goals, 1 out of the Carlton total, which is now 9 goals, 12. And he's a rather dangerous player for the Collingwood defence to try and counter. Back at the centre bounce, umpire Robinson putting it down again as Thompson comes on the scene, and Jones shepherded him out on there. Jones took the ball, kicked it over toward Dixon. It's been tapped to turf, picked up by Oborne. Oborne sees a pass coming up from Wearmouth. Wearmouth played that one nicely, but he's got too much opposition. Boswell back Burn up nicely. Now Burnham passes to Hall. Hall upfield to Crane. Hall following through, taking the ball himself, looking for a hand pass upfield once again, but his hand pass this time was ill-directed. Dixon couldn't accept it. A boundary throw-in taking place on centre wing.
The Blues 2 goals ahead halfway through the third term. Thompson versus Mackay. Up they go. Neither player can get the tear clap knocked down from the ruck, and it's out of bounds on centre wing.
That's it. Words all mumbled up there, Frank. Here we come in now on centre wing, still the same position. Frank has told you it's Carlton by 2 goals and a free kick to Thompson. Oh, play on, he's caught. Well, that's a funny one. Barry Price looking for a free kick. This time it's play on once again, picked up by Wayne Richardson. He hooks one back in the direction of Oborne, going back and taking the difficult mark, which has been called play on, was Gary Crane, but umpire Robinson will not play it. Another boundary throw-in taking place, half-forward flank on Collingwood's side of the ground. That's Thompson in the ruck work once again with Jones. Thompson hooks it out, taken by Wayne Richardson. He got it moving out to Price. Price going for a kick, which isn't a good one. It favours McKenna, but Southby on the scene for Carlton. McKenna trying to get around. Got a hand pass back to Dean. Still McKenna in business. He's up on half-forward flank. He balks. Goes for a hand pass back again. Jenkins there. Oh, they've got the fumbles badly. Collingwood not playing well. Dean brushed aside by the strength of the Carlton defence. It's Atkinson now trying to pick up. He gets it out. Hand pass to the forward pocket toward McKenna. McKenna with the ball in front of him. Tried to hook it around toward goal. That's all Carlton's big Perth Jones stands his ground and takes the easy mark.
Well, a good quarter of football so far by Perth Jones. He's taken quite a few kicks in the Carlton defensive region. Been a headache for the Collingwood side. They started off quite well early in the third quarter, but a little bit of the gloss has gone off the pace now, and the Blues starting to gain control from mine. As Peter Jones kicks high back towards half-back flank. Dool came in spoiled. The crumb picked up by the Carlton centreman and Armstrong. He left foots it up there towards centre wing, and an easy mark is taken by Walsh. Dummies a hand pass. Quickly onto the left foot he goes. Puts it high where they wait for it down there. Up they stretch the ball, punched away, and umpire Robinson watching it closely. Picked up here by Walsh, kicked back to where it came from, that being centre wing. They fly Austin in front. From behind was O'Callaghan. Pass whistle signals, out of bounds, right on centre wing. 17 minutes into the third term, the Blues leading by 2 goals.
Bob Hurd and Mackay flying for this boundary throw-in, but they can't make contact cleanly. It's been picked up by Dool, who burst his way through the pack, and a short kick coming up, where it's been missed by each player in turn. Taken here by Adamson, a hand pass downfield to Bissett. Bissett now on the right foot, looking downfield to where we see the players compete, and it's Carlton defence standing up very well. Southby out General McKenna once again on that occasion to take the mark. It's the kick is toward Crane. Crane and Oborne will fly for this one, and Oborne getting in front, taking the mark. Oborne dashes away. Hand pass to Max Richardson. He straightens up from 30 metres out, shoots at goal. Umpire indicates all clear, and Collingwood have come back to a tune of 6 points kicked by Max Richardson, and it's 6 points the difference in Carlton's favour. 8-12 to 9-12, 18 minutes into the third quarter.
1 goal in it. Max Richardson started off well in the first term, kicked a goal at the 7-minute and 52nd mark, followed up with his second one now, but he hasn't been a good player for the Magpies side today. Hasn't been in it enough, so it's Carlton 6 points up. As Jack's already told you, 18 minutes into the third term. And this is settling down to be a crackerjack game, no risk about that, as Hurd takes one of his rare spells in the ruck, comes in now. They do battle down there, as tapped down here by Peter Jones, picked up by Armstrong, taken away by Hurd. A hand pass goes straight up in the air, tapped down by about 3 players in turn. There's an opportunity here for Wayne Richardson, who breaks clear, kicks it high, the ball drifts up towards Southby, and McKenna in at Southby once again. Far too good for McKenna. The hand pass is on. Attacking football by the Carlton defence as Waite puts it back towards the centre and finds Armstrong.
Armstrong at half-back, centre-half-back, that is, the kick which goes straight up in the air. In typical Gallagher fashion, the high kick goes upfield towards centre wing. The man underneath all that will be paid the mark. Picking himself up off the ground, Robert Dean of Collingwood. He's going to the outer side, half-forward flank area, hoping to move the ball forward. And we see Cranage of Collingwood drive in to within 20 metres of goal. Thompson in the big pack, can't take the mark. Picked up by Wearmouth. Hit a charge for Collingwood. Wearmouth stabbing at goal. And I think it's good. And the score's another once again after that goal by Ronnie Wearmouth. 19 and a half minutes into the third quarter. A good passage of football. Cranage moved the ball deep into the forward line. Thompson flew in the pack, got the ball to turf, and Ronnie Wearmouth, scouting the pack very cleverly, picked up and snapped the 9th goal for the Collingwood side. It's 9-12 to 9-12, 66 points apiece, 19 minutes and 40 seconds into the third quarter.
Well, Carlton leading by 2 goals about 90 seconds ago, looking in pretty good shape, but Collingwood now through 2 goals in that space of time, right back in it. Scores tied, still anyone's game. Umpire Robinson in the centre, and away they go again. Hurd to do the ruck work. Peter Jones to do it for Carlton. The bounce favours Jones. Hurd tries to get in, tried to be tapped out here. It's been tapped out by Wayne Richardson towards Bissett. Bissett with the fumble, secures, gets a hand pass out here. And now it's Collingwood through Adamson. See the ball go up towards our half-forward flank position. And the mark will be paid down there. And it'll be Alan Atkinson to take the kick. He's on half-forward flank. Long way out, picks up, plays on quickly, hold by Pennell. Pennell play-on's a call here. Pennell uses pace to get round and secure. He goes for the kick. It comes up towards centre wing area. The bounce beats Robert Walsh, taken by Adamson, and he spins past Quirk very nicely onto the left foot. High up towards Jenkins. Croswell from behind. Jones from behind also. Taken away by Byrne. From centre half back right across now the ground now out towards the centre wing. Quirk can't get to it, neither can Robert Dean, and it's out of bounds in that position just on 20 and a half minutes into the third term.
Boundary throw in taking place. Bob Hurt and David Mackay to do the ruck work. They rise high. Mackay got the beautiful tap down in the direction of Quirk. Quirk turning now from half back, kicking back towards centre wing. Players competing for the mark. The man being paid, Wayne Richardson of Collingwood. He's still on centre wing, going into a placement kick in toward Bissett. Bissett up toward the point of the diamond on the wing area. Foot pass finds Cranage, all a bit slow, but Cranage moves forward now looking for McKenna. The ball bounces in front of McKenna, favours Southby. It's been tapped over the back of the pack now toward Croswell. Croswell in the back pocket, Hawks takes plenty of time, gets back on the right foot once again. The kick coming upfield, O'Bourne can't quite get to it. It's out on the full for mine.
On the line.
Right on the line, according to my co-commentator Frank Adams, and a boundary throw will take place. It's Jenkins to do the ruck work. Thompson staying in the forward pocket for this part of the third quarter. Jenkins against Peter Jones. Jones tapping down to Bissett. Bissett picks up, shoots one in toward McKenna. McKenna out in front, can't mark. Thompson in the forward pocket. On this occasion, we see it picked up by Southby. The kick is well placed, but it's close to the boundary line. Taken by Crane. Crane from half back, driving up towards centre wing. Bob Hurd's there for Collingwood. Hurd stretchable, didn't have to stretch. It was about a load of free kick against Cranage. Hurd had taken the mark, but Cranage had put Mackay flat in the middle of the back, and he will take the free kick.
From that kick up towards half-forward flank, Walls is the player who's given the lead. The bounce, an unkind one for him, taken by Salmon. A hand pass comes across towards Bissett. Bissett to turn across the centre, looks for his teammate down there, but it's Austin who came in strongly, and it's Cranage who applauds the umpire's decision and says, yes, I'll take the free kick.
He didn't applaud him before when he gave away that free kick to Mackay. That's Cranage now, coming from half-back, driving out towards centre half-forward for Collingwood. Jenkins in the pack, Jenkins in front, could have been paid the mark, but they're hard to get paid today. Picked up by Robert Dean, who drives in toward the forward pocket. Southby and McKenna once again. McKenna in front, close to the boundary line. Hooks back with a hand pass. A chance now for Collingwood to go forward. Atkinson on the scene, picks up cleverly, spins out of trouble, straightens up, heads for goal. The shot by Atkinson. Is it online? That's only 1 point.
Good enough to give the Magpies a lead. They move on to 9-13-67. Carlton 9-12-66. So 1 point the difference just on 23 minutes into the third quarter. There it is, the story of the game on the board so far. The Magpies leading by 1 point. And this is the second semi-final played at VFL Park before a record crowd for that ground. Well, we find Southby. Ben Waite looked like he was going to boot the ball back into play, but Southby came back, and the Carlton fullback to put play out towards the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. The kick, not a bad one, starting to work its way down there to Peter Jones. He went for the spoil, Hurd went for the mark, and Hurd wins out.
Well, he's not such a long kick, but Thompson is in the square for Collingwood. And so is Vin Waite for Carlton. Southby just in front of McKenna. McKenna won't lead. Hurd's trying to drive in with a big kick. Thompson, the favourite at this stage of the game, getting up. Had the ball knocked from his grasp. It's in the goal square. We see the Collingwood forwards pick up Bissett. I had that one well smothered by Southby. What a player this fella is. The shot by Bissett was going to go straight back over his head for Southby. Smothered the kick right from the boot. And now we'll see a boundary throw in.
This time it'll be Thompson to take the forward pocket ruck work against Jones. Thompson takes it from there. He's quickly upended by Croswell. Croswell's kick not affected, taken by Wearmouth. He's 35 metres out directly in front. Hooks it over his shoulder. He's hooked it too much for mine. The result, 1 point. 9-14 to Collingwood, 9-12 to Carlton. So 2 points the difference, just at the minute away from the time on period.
Ronnie Wearmouth tried to do too much on that occasion. He had two teammates to which he could have hand passed, but elected to go for the snapshot himself and only bringing up 1 point.
Southby this time puts the ball out towards the back flank on the member side of the ground. Spoilt there by Cranage. Punched down where it's accepted here by Austin. Although he's got the fumbles well shepherded. He allows him to break clear. Kicks into the open territory. The race will be on here. Dean's getting out there. The bounce favours Robert Walls. He can't get back to it. Waits for his teammate to get clear. The teammate being Quirk. Quirk can turn up towards half forward flank. Walsh is there for Carlton. A good defensive mark to O'Callaghan.
Strong mark by O'Callaghan at centre half back. Going for the short kick in toward Max Richardson. Has the ball on his chest. Dragged the ground. A 15-metre penalty will be applied by umpire Ian Robinson against Kevin Hall. If he doesn't hurry up and take his position on that mark, he'll be paid another 15-metre penalty. Rather, well, I won't say foolish tackle because it helped the Carlton backman cover the Collingwood forwards. A big kick by Max Richardson up towards Thompson. He was pushed out by Waite. It's a chance now for Collingwood if they can secure, which they can't. But it's forced over the boundary line. Another boundary throw-in taking place at the Wellington Road end of Veerfeld Park, the end of which Collingwood is kicking. That's Thompson doing the ruck work against Jones. Thompson tapping down, been taken here nicely, well turned out as Pennell. He gets the left boot working over toward Byrne. A chance for Bissett. Bissett close to the boundary line. Didn't go in to get the ball, was hopeful for a free kick. Picked up by Byrne, carried over the boundary line for yet another boundary throw-in.
40 seconds into time on before the three-quarter time break, and it's the Magpies leading by 2 points with throw-in about 30 metres out from goal. Punched away here by Kevin Hall towards the boundary line. Dean trying to get to it, gets to it just in time, gets a quick kick, and the kick ricochets off the side of the boot, and it's out of bounds.
Just looking at Robert Dean there, Frank, he looks a very tired player. He could have gone to his left foot there, decided to try come back to his right, and the feeble effort from him to try and get the ball moving was the sign of a tired player. There's the tap in by Jones, taken here and kicked further upfield by Walsh. On the left foot he went, but he can't find a teammate. He has now. He's found Armstrong. Armstrong's played well today for Carlton, driving the ball up toward David Mackay, and out Mark Cranage on that occasion. His hand pass comes to Crane. Crane coming through centre half forward. A kick isn't a good one. It's bouncing toward O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan there hooks it in nicely. Now goes back to get the kick pushed out by Nichols, but he had the kick in time. It's been put to turf now. Adamson and Walls to do battle. O'Callaghan came in using strength. Got a hand pass out now. Was Adamson looking for O'Callaghan once again. Players came through as O'Callaghan keeps going. He drives up toward the half forward flank for Collingwood. They fly high. Pennell first to the ball. Taken here by Atkinson. He's well tackled, and holding the ball decision will be paid against Alan Atkinson.
Good tackle by Carlton. Quirk coming in, grabbing Atkinson, and Atkinson, all he could do was throw it away in actual fact. So Brian Quirk going for the short pass, directs the ball down to centre wing, and we see the mark taken by Bruce Dool. 2 minutes into time on. Carlton about to move into attack per medium of Bruce Dool as the ball's kicked high up towards centre half forward. Hurd in good position. Mackay is too far under it. Comes down to where Bob Hurd can't control it. He gets a nudge in the back and will take the free kick. He's at centre half back. Looks for a short pass. Puts the short one in out towards his teammate down there in Paul Cranage. Cranage in turn onto the left foot. Out towards centre wing area. The Magpies playing the loose man tactics. A bad miss by Rodney Aborn, but he backs himself the pace against Armstrong. He wins out too. Puts the ball onto the boot. Kicks up. McKenna drops the setup. Tucked down neatly here towards Byrne. Byrne push, but gets a kick into the open territory and straight towards Croswell. He's got a mile of room. Steadies down traffic. Goes up towards Armstrong. He slipped at the crucial moment, recovered, and a rather casual a bit of play there by Armstrong comes on Dunning's Price. Secures, breaks clear the ball, neatly smothered by Bruce Dool. It must be slippery down there. Players finding difficulty holding their feet as Byrne whips it across to Armstrong. Armstrong back to Croswell. Croswell from half-back flank directs up to where Cranage intercepts on Carlton's half-forward flank.
Collingwood trying to use a little foot passes, not working well. There's a short one to Wayne Richardson. He'll steady things down and hope for a big mark downfield by Jenkin, I would think. He's looking in that direction. Jenkins leading across the ground toward half forward. That's where the kick is going. Jenkins his favourite at present. One hand to it, and on the second grab, Jenkins has been paid the mark at centre half forward. Jenkins about 60 metres out from goal. It's too long for him. He couldn't score. Thompson calling for the ball to be got down there quickly, but Jenkins going back. I think he's going to back himself for a shot, but he wouldn't score from there, I wouldn't think. There's a kick from Jenkins. It's dropping on the end of the 10-metre square. They fly high, a charge. The snap is by Bissett. It's gone straight up in the air. Won't cover the distance. With a charge for Collingwood, but they can't gain possession. It's been taken away by Byrne. A relieving kick coming up to where we see Bob Hurd fly. Can't get near it. At the back of the pack, good football. It's the duel coming on the scene for Carlton. His hand pass is intercepted. It's picked up and hand pass back to Crane. Crane now going forward for Carlton from centre wing up toward the centre half forward, the half forward flank area. Mackay couldn't mark. Recovered well for a big man. His kick is toward Nichols, but it's been ill-directed, and a Collingwood free kick will come out of it.
Well, once again, we find Carlton in the third term attacking through Gary Crane. He's had a pretty big quarter, that player. But it's back to the back pocket area for Collingwood. Jeff Clifton in command as he puts the ball high. Mackay in front, Hurd from behind. Salmon's there also, but it's Bob Hurd who brings it down. Half back flank. Hurd looks around, looks for the chance of the short pass. Collingwood would be well advised to boot it long as Hurd puts a 40-metre kick back towards centre wing. In they come from everywhere. No one can mark. Came down to where Dool couldn't grab it. Picked up here and taken by Price. Whipped across towards Wayne Richardson, who's pushed in the back and will take the free kick. Richardson on half back flank. Just about the 30-minute mark coming up, and that's at the end of the third term. So at three-quarter time at Fairfield Park, the second semi-final scores are Collingwood 9-14-68, leading Carlton, who are on 9-12-66.